Hey everybody, welcome back to KO Airbrushing Tutorials. Did the piece yesterday where we did the base coating on everything. I'm going to do the clear coat work today. I'm going to be using the bigger brush again, so in this case it's going to be the LPH80 Iwata large format gun. Not the biggest one, but it's a good one for doing smaller clear coat stuff like this. We're also going to clear coat the bottle, and we'll go over a couple of different kinds of clear. Like for example, the clear that we're going to be using on this one today is going to be the UC35 House of Kolor. So it is the clear coat, a catalyst, and a reducer. Not the kind of stuff you want to be using if you don't have adequate ventilation. The other stuff that's available is Createx now has a new line of clears out called the UVLS. And just give me a second here and I'll show that to you guys. Okay, so this is the House of Kolor setup. So this is the UC35. We've got the KU150 catalyst and the RU311 medium reducer. So you mix 2 parts clear coat, 1 part catalyst, 1 part reducer. And this is the new UVLS clear from Createx. See if I can get that in the camera in a good place for you guys and so you can still see it. I have not actually used this stuff yet, but it's supposed to be pretty good. I will do another video specifically for the UVLS clear once I get a chance to play with it. This is a water base, so nowhere near the problem that you're going to have with, for example, the UC35 being a solvent base. You're not going to have to worry about the smell or anything like that as opposed to that. But anyway, I'll get some mixed up here and we'll start clear coating. Okay, so we'll mix up some clear coat here. So like I was saying, 2 parts clear coat, 1 part reducer, 1 part catalyst. So you want to use your 2 to 1 to 1 on your mixing cup. That's the one we're going to use. So like I said, 2 parts clear. I'm actually going to probably end up mixing up a couple of batches today because I've got another commission piece of artwork that has to be clear coated later this afternoon as well. I'm going to do that at the same time that I'm doing these. But we'll do this mix right now just for the bottle and the 2 panels. So I always put my clear in first, then I go with my catalyst. And then my reducer, and I always try and over reduce just a hair. We'll go about there with my reducer. I just find that if you over reduce with this stuff just by about 10% more than what it calls for, that it really flows down nice. And then I mix it up really good because you want to get your hardener, your reducer, and your clear all mixed as good as possible. And I'm sorry I forgot to mention the air pressure that I'm running at. So yesterday for the base coat and for the clear coat today, I'm going to be running at probably right in the neighborhood of about 20 pounds of air pressure. That's more than enough to lay your clear down nicely. And like I said, we'll be using the LPH80. Strain the paint as it goes into the gun. much easier to do it then than it is to strain it before you're, like when you're putting the paint into the actual mixing cup. The clear's awfully thick. And I just about forgot. By doing it this way, you know for sure there's no crap in the clear. And then once I've got the gun filled, then I put that back in there, and that keeps any crap out of the clear that you've got left over. Okay. Give me 1 second, I'll get everything turned around here and we'll start doing some clear coat. Okay, so one of the things that I always do when I'm starting off, take an air hose, blow the work off, that way you know there's no dust on there at all, and then you're ready to go. If you do have to prep your stuff, now's the time to do it. Okay, so again, just like yesterday when we did the base coat, this is a 3-step process. I've got the camera set up so I hope you guys can see the reflection and it's going to change, like you can see that reflection across the panels. That's going to sharpen up as the clear goes down and become more clean. And for this, I am wearing a mask, so sorry if I sound a little off, but for this stuff you want to wear a mask for sure. The other thing you want to do is you want to start at the bottom edge and you want to work your way across. That way you're not getting overspray back on the bottom part of the panel that you just cleared. And same as yesterday, you want to do nice, even passes. And you want to do that overlap. Then I'm just going to continue on to the next panel. And one thing I do on my first coat of clear is I always do a quick, fairly dry coat, like not completely dry, but a fairly dry coat. And the reason I do that is because it locks everything underneath it. So when you put your next coat down, you go a little bit heavier. You don't have to worry about anything moving underneath your clear. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Actually, it's going to be about 15 before we can do the next one. For you guys, it'll just be a few seconds. All right, back for the second coat on this. One of the things that I did not mention at the beginning of this is that this clear coat does have a pot life. So once it's mixed, the pot life is about 3 to 4 hours. So you have to use it within that time. And again, you want a 50% overlap. Okay, second coat is done. So again, 15 minutes in between coats. We'll be back to do the last one. Okay, and ready for the third clear. And again, if you notice anything on your surface, this is a good time to blow it off. And now the third coat, you can go a little heavier. Soak it down real good this time. And I may even go in and do a fourth coat. I don't think I'm going to on these. I don't need to. I just need enough clear on here so that I can scuff it, and it's going to even out the surface a little bit around the border. Because these are going to be murals. And same as always, you still want to do that 50% overlap. And again, I always like to do that extra pass at the ends because I normally find that even going off the end, sometimes the end ends up being a little bit lighter. So I always hit them one more time. Okay, and we'll be back in a few minutes again. Start the bottle. Okay, I had to move the lighting around a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. And at the end of the video, I will show you the finished panels. I'm just letting them set. So for now, this is just stuck down with duct tape so that it doesn't go anywhere. First cut. So the same as last time, we'll let it sit for 15 minutes and then we'll do the second pass. Okay, and back for the second coat on this. This might only end up needing 2 coats in the long run. Clearcoat on my camera too.
And it's the same on this as when you did the panel. When you did the panel, you still want to get a 50% overlap. Shot into those grooves on the bottom. And there we go. I think that's going to be done.
So in this case, because I did go with 2 heavier coats and because of what it is, 2 coats is going to be enough. I am still going to do paint work on this as well, so it doesn't really need 3 coats of clear right now. It just needs enough so that when it's hard, it'll scuff out and it'll get cleared again at the end. So I'm just going to move some stuff around in here. I'm going to go grab that panel and bring it in here and show you guys how that pearl looks now with the clear coat on there. So just give me 1 minute. Okay, so here's the 2 panels after being clear coated. We got the pearl black inside, just a plain black border. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this or not with the pearl that's in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I don't think you can really. Maybe on the bottle. So here's the bottle after 2 coats of clear. And like, yeah, this is so hard for you guys to see. Like in the sun, that pearl just pops so nice. So I really don't know if you guys can see that or not. Which is a real shame if you can't. The clear turned out pretty nice though, that's for sure. Nice and smooth. This bottle I'm not going to bother doing anything other than just give it a scuff to do whatever I'm going to paint on it, which I have not decided as of yet what I am going to paint on there. I do not know. And if you just hold for 1 second here, I'm going to switch this out and show you the other piece. This is a client piece that I'm going to show you. It actually did start out as just as a piece I was doing for a class, but I had a customer who decided that they wanted it. So the nice thing about this piece, there's nothing in it like a pearl or anything like that, but just the depth that the clear adds to the piece is just amazing. Like it makes the whites pop, it makes the blacks black. It just creates so much depth that wouldn't be there without it. Next step on this is going to be polishing. I don't know if you guys want me to do a video on polishing or not. My compressor is going to run just about the whole time, which is going to make it really, really awkward for me to even tell you anything about it. If you have any questions on polishing, feel free to ask me. If you do want to see a video on polishing, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, thanks everybody for supporting KO Airbrushing and Designs tutorials, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go from this one. I'm still working on that. But seeing as I did the 2 here in a row, I'm probably not going to do one next week, just for the simple fact that I have got to get some client work finished up. So it'll probably be 10 days to not the next Tuesday, but the Tuesday following, that I will do another one. But in the meantime, yeah, if you like it, please like, share, comment, tell your friends. Join us over on KO Airbrushing on Facebook for live feeds of client work. So I worked on this piece over there, working on a couple of other good pieces over there right now for clients. Feel free to join us. And I'll be back in 10 days or so. We'll figure out something that we're going to do. All right, thanks everybody.